Guys, today we're bringing you the Plum Wine Japanese Maple.
Oh yeah, let's have a drink. Guys, who doesn't love Acer shirasawanum? Now guys, we're used to seeing a lot of yellow shirasawanums, but here we got an awesome purple one. Plum Wine is an awesome Talon Buckholz introduction.
Guys, we're MrMaple.com, a family mail order business. We ship directly to your door. We do a lot of Japanese maples, the most of anyone in the United States. Make sure you shop with us on Mr. Maple. And if you like this type of content where we talk about Japanese maples, make sure you're subscribed here, because that's what we do every day. So we appreciate it if you joined us. And guys, today, this shirasawanum Plum Wine, this is such a cool Japanese maple.
I agree, man. You talk about a maple with a lot of contrast inside of itself. I love that rich burgundy color with that inlay of lime green. It really just kind of makes this tree look more vibrant, and you know, it might look a lot purple and like really rich and deep as you kind of look at it from a distance, but then you kind of enjoy the intricacies of the leaf as you get closer and closer.
I mean, that inlay of lime green you're talking about is just lime green veins that are just so prominent on this plum colored leaf. I'm sure that's where it got the name of Plum Wine from. It just looks so rich in its sort of lavender plum color. And it's so cool because you have a leaf that is very Acer shirasawanum like with that red leaf. I mean, many of the forefathers of red shirasawanums were things like Shira Red and Red Dawn. And then you've got this, which is a seedling from Shira Red, that is that F2 generation that has that more shirasawanum leaf. I mean, you look at these leaves side by side with Acer shirasawanum aureum, which is right here, and you see how more full moon like this leaf is than any of the other red shirasawanums we've seen before.
Yeah, I think I love like looking at the evolution of plants like you're talking about. I feel like that's something we kind of maybe not neglect, but it doesn't get harped on enough, is just seeing, okay, well, this aureum is a tree from, you know, however many years ago, 100 years ago or something like that. And we slowly see the cultivation moving into that Shira Red and then moving into something like this beautiful Plum Wine. And then, you know, this gets me thinking about something like Purple Curl. Like that's kind of, you know, you move into these crazy kind of stretches of how far can we take this species. And this is a beautiful stepping stone in that kind of, I guess, scientific exploration.
Yeah, I mean, that's the thing about developing these trees is you get to change and see how these trees can develop. And this one's pretty awesome. I mean, with Plum Wine, you get a tree that's going to be about 6 to 8 foot in 10 years. Give me a good upright tree, some good plum color, and that shirasawanum leaf is just next level with that red. Now, shirasawanums have shown that their zones 5 through 9, so they go down to negative 20 degrees Fahrenheit, but they've shown in polar vortex years when you get that crazy cold snap that comes in, often your Acer shirasawanums aren't as affected as your palmatums. So we're talking about people who are on those borderline zone 5s. They've got some great advantages by planting a red Acer shirasawanum. And there's not been a red shirasawanum that looks more shirasawanum than Plum Wine.
Yeah, I know. I think that's just so awesome. I mean, you just really see the differences with the aureum right here, and it's such a nice contrast. But then, yeah, it's like you move away from maybe that hybridization that you had in the beginning of the first F1s into this thing. And I mean, this is just an awesome tree. I mean, that purple is going to go to just a electric yellow during the fall time, and really getting to see, I mean, we have a picture that I was looking at on the website, and it's just kind of the yellow blush kind of moving towards that red, and it's such an awesome color.
Now, here in Gaston, Oregon at Buckholz Nursery, we actually are growing Plum Wine in full sun, and it seems to be doing great. In hotter climates, you may need to give Plum Wine some protection from the hot afternoon sun for it to really thrive and do well and get that vigorous habit that this tree is really showing. I mean, for an Acer shirasawanum, this thing's just next level. I mean, if you're thinking about pairing this Japanese maple with something, think about what we're looking at right here beside of this. I mean, these pairings here, you've got Golden Full Moon, Acer shirasawanum aureum, and then you've got here Plum Wine. And you can really begin to appreciate the difference in the colors, but it accentuates that full moon leaf.
Guys, and now this is a great pairing because not only do you have a contrast, but you have a tree that really helps you appreciate maybe the yellow-green veining of this. Like you see that kind of bleed over into this leaf, and then it's like, well, wow, I wonder if there was some genetic kind of leftovers that was happening in this. Another one I'm thinking, I mean, I feel like I bring this pairing up a lot, but I would love to see this next to a black lace where you kind of get that heavily divided Matsumura style with this fat shirasawanum leaf, and really get to see the contrast of not just the colors, because you get such a deep, almost dark, almost black color with with black lace compared to this deep burgundy that you see on Plum Wine.
And the thing that's interesting about these full moon leaves, we're not only just getting a good platform for some color, but we're also giving something that gives it something that's very interesting texturally. That full moon-like leaf can be planted at mid-ground to really give you a larger leaf with a little bit of a thicker texture that just contrasts. We're talking color, but we're also talking texture in the garden. And I think texture is one of the most underutilized things people think about when planting.
And I mean, this one is tall enough to look up under, and that's something I'm really enjoying right now, is you really get to see all those shades of burgundy that kind of build on top of each other to give you this beautiful color. And especially that lime green inlay on the bottom of the leaf is just even more electric.
Now, the thing to me that makes this tree extra special is the fact that we do have that Acer shirasawanum leaf on a red Japanese maple. I mean, people often complain and say that these red Acer shirasawanums, you know, they don't look shirasawanum. What's so great about them? We actually have something where you actually see this full moon-like leaf. I mean, this is Arium here. Here we've got Plum Wine, and you see you've got that more full, that more wide leaf, but with that red color. We're talking, this is a game changer when it comes to Japanese maples. Now, Plum Wine is one of the trees that's a Buchholz introduction. So here at Mr. Maple, we're constantly making this tree available again through our 10 at 10s. This is going to be the first way it's released, but if we're currently sold out, you can actually go to the page on Plum Wine, plug in your email address, and be notified when this tree becomes available again. And I'm telling you, this is such a cool next level tree that it does sell out pretty quickly. So jump on it if you see it available, because it's awesome, it's next level. And you're talking about all these genetics, and you're talking about the F2 generation. And you know, this is the F2 from what we're seeing from Shira Red, a red shirasawanum. I'm looking right over there and I see seeds on another one. So it just gets me excited about what the next generation may hold with this. I mean, this tree is awesome all by itself, but it's just the evolution of Acer shirasawanum, that is pretty awesome.
Yeah, man. And I know something I love is just how different everybody's opinions and how everybody plants their gardens. We might say pair it with the RM, we might say pair it with a black lace, but other people are going to throw in some crazy different trees all in together, and that's an awesome place to share those comparisons and these plantings is going to be the Mr. Maple Friends group on Facebook, because hey, somebody might be growing it in Texas, somebody might be growing it in New York, and the tree might look similar, but it's going to have all those different characteristics showing in different areas. And that's just awesome to see how wide range of variety a plant can really just be in different locations.
Yeah, so if you've gotten this tree from us before, take a photo of it, share it in that group, and let people know where you're gardening from. That'll sort of get them an idea of what it's doing in your zone, which is always fun and exciting to share with other people who love gardening like you do. Guys, if you like that type of stuff too, make sure you let your other friends know about us here on the Mr. Maple Show, because we work hard to bring you daily content like cultivar highlights, how to garden with Japanese maples, our weekly releases. They're going to enjoy that too.
Yeah, and remember, take care,
God bless,
and have a great day.